Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to Scent of a Mule by Phish. First, we're going to start off with the studio version of this track from their album Hoist, and then jump into a 2016 live performance, I think at the Forum in California. It's always a fun time getting to compare and contrast the studio and live versions of Phish songs. You guys know better than I just how crazy those differences can be. So there's a lot to look forward to there. And also a sort of loose cannon thought that I had was about the song title, Scent of a Mule. Now, I don't know if I've ever actually encountered any mules in real life. I have met both donkeys and horses, but never a mule. So I don't know what they smell like, but you'll have to let me know if you've ever smelled a mule before. I can't imagine it's the most pleasing. Kind of reminds me of the song title Run Like an Antelope. We actually just listened to that the other day. Something, 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 insert, relatively speaking, obscure animal name. Seems to be a bit of a Phish formula. But with Run Like an Antelope, there are videos online where you can see them actually running, so maybe at some point when all of the sensory haptics with technology are developed, then we'll be able to smell the videos that we're watching. I would prefer that for some videos, not all videos. But anyways, I'm excited to check this out today. But before we do, a massive thank you goes to Lori for making this reaction request and of course for bringing more Phish back to the channel. Now, my friends, let's jump into it. Sean is just lighting it up right now. Oh, it's gonna be one of those. Very quick side reference, but if you guys are interested in hearing something different in absurdity, but also virtuosic, listen to the song Hoss Down with, I think, just Jason Richardson and someone. I forget his name. He's the drummer. I'm getting Hoss Down vibes a little bit here. You hear the bass. You hear a bit of twang. Kind of bluegrassy. Very ominous bluegrass. Fit for Billy Strings. Waiting for Bella Fleck to come onto this track.
Like the sound of the buzzards breaking, kitty belt laser beams being fired.
Okay, what is that?
Side of the mules riding in style. And suddenly, like the sound of the buzzards breaking,
okay, so he drops it
kitty belt
out.
laser beams being fired at her head. She said, I hate laser beams. Never done seen asking for UFO, for UFO, for UFO. Somehow
I mean, comedy aside, like, this is so impressive to hear because it is such a different style. It's hard to play.
Somehow kick the mule and walk the path, and the aliens fired from behind. Just stop the mules, kick rump, and big old mule, take a big old
Very
dump.
fast tempo.
Sound the mule, you better watch out where you go. Take your laser beams away. Sound the mule, you better watch out where you go. You better stop that laser game. You'll smell my mule.
This is a barn burner, bro.
She felt the fire against her neck, and it saddened her to feel it burn. When suddenly, like the sound of a breathing Holstein, Kitty said, "Stop! We ain't looking for a fight in Tomahawk County."
Okay.
Well, little guy from the UFO.
I like that melodic movement there. It's crazy because there is so much finesse in all that's being played, but because they're the overarching layer for me is one of like whimsy, essentially. I keep laughing, but it's actually so good.
Fighting in Tomahawk County. Well, little guy from the UFO came on out and said his name was Joe, said coming over some lemonade, just falling out with homemade.
So it truly sounds like there is a banjo player on this, and I wonder if Trey is the one doing the banjo on this. Unless they like got a session player, I don't know.
Came on out and said his name was Joe, said coming over some lemonade, just falling out with homemade. Said, mule, you better watch out where you go. Take your laser beams away. Said, mule, you better watch out where you go. You better stop that laser gun. You'll smell my mule.
It's like a Mario.
They'd never seen a southern home and liked it better than UFO. They liked it, they really liked it. They said, hey, this place is
Oh, this is crazy. I think very, very interesting mix between this banjo and then Page in the keys. That is a very rare instrument pairing. I'm like trying to rack my brain of like all of the different occurrences I can think of where you hear banjo and keys played together. And it's probably just because I don't listen to as much music with banjo in it overall, is why I can't come up with some examples. So this is a this is very fresh on my mind. I'll use this as the example.
Samuel, you better watch out where you go. Take your laser beams away. Samuel, you better watch out where you go. You better stop that laser gun. Samuel, you better watch out where you go. Take your laser beams away. Samuel, you better watch out where you go. Better stop that laser gun.
Jesus Christ. I mean, dude, it's Phish, so they're gonna throw the craziness at you. I've learned to expect to be bamboozled with any listen these days, and the fact that they've entered bluegrass, and it's not like we haven't heard them do this before, but just enter this song with all of that energy off the bat, and it's almost pure bluegrass with all of the little flares that still, in the production sense, in the weaving of layers together, makes it a Phish bluegrass song. It will still take you by surprise, even if you're the most prepared going into something like this. To me, this is a very like flow state kind of a song, not only in terms of like their ability to perform this from a cold start to like being warm and ready, but also for the audience. I feel like you'll have to let me know, but what order in the set list does this track usually appear? Is it at the beginning? Is it somewhere in the middle? I can't imagine it would be at the end for sure. I would probably, my like best guess is that it's somewhere in the middle, and I recognize that the middle may be more of a percentage of the show than the intro and beginning or in the end. But if we're like dividing it 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, I feel like this song is going to appear in the middle third more often than not. Pure speculation, but hey, why not? I can just put it out there. Because like, how do you start from no energy to all of this, you know? And that's something that's always impressed me too about bluegrass, is their ability to start completely from cold. And, you know, it takes a lot of initial force to like move an object. If it's a heavy object, inertia is at play, right? also too with warming up your fingers and getting ready and just being in the flow state for a performance like this. Even though they're doing the things in the back room and preparing their fingers and mentals for a performance, and they're just professionals, I feel like it would still be a very hard task to start off with Scent of a Mule. Maybe 2 minutes into Scent of a Mule, they'll enter flow state if they started completely from cold, but I just think that's the order that would make sense. That begs the question. It's a separate question, but begs the question, how do bluegrass groups do what they do so casually all the time? To me, they're also an insane breed of musician. But yeah, I'm glad to see that Phish, they aren't deterred by any style or genre. They just, take the challenge on the chin. So let's see how they envision this one live. This is 2016, actually on my birthday, once again. That's cool. So my presumption was Trey was potentially the banjo player on that studio. Maybe they'll omit the banjo. We'll see.
The sound of buzzards breaking, you felt laser beams being fired at her head. She said, I hate laser beams. Never see me asking where UFO, where UFO, where UFO. Tomahawk County.
The start stops too. They have to be perfectly in sync. That part was kind of new.
Take a big old dump, son of a mule, you gotta watch out where you go. Take your laser beams away. Son of a mule, you better watch out where you go. Better stop that laser day.
Oh, nice harmony here.
Or you smell my mule. She felt the fire against her neck and center, feel it burn. Suddenly,
I just love watching Mike's fingers here, just back and forth he goes between, generally it can be 2 notes here because he's Mike, he'll do more than just 2 on the bass line, but just watch his fingers, how smooth they move.
center, feel it burn. When suddenly, like the sound of a beating whole scene, you can sense stop, we're in the fur fighting. Tomahawk County.
They're kind of quieting it down here. Oh, never mind, never mind. John are cooking on this. Oh my goodness. And so we've very clearly departed from the structure of the studio. Now the question becomes, how far do we depart, and in which direction do we do that? That like ragtime piano feel, man. It's such a foreign style to me, but anytime I hear it, I just love the flow, the rhythm, the melodies. Oh, getting classical. Oh, I want to hear all these patterns again. Let me pull it back some. octavic scale right there. It's like the back four dun 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 dun. But the pitch changes relative to that droned note. Oh, I love that. That is ferocity, dude. Oh my lord. Yeah. That's only doable live. They saved those for the lives. Oh, that's so grand. Oh. It's Trey and John playing electric xylophone. Did they do this? There's got to be a name to this device that they're playing on. It looks like a massive iPad, though it doesn't have like the typical irritating blue light. What is that? I want them to like do a top down. Like trying to peer over their shoulders to see. What alien technology is this? Reminds me of some of the tones like Jordan Rudess will use in Dream Theater. And how this relates to the scent of a mule? It's not the point, I guess. Oh my god. I love that they're like falling in and out of unison. All the discordance there. You can see like there's certain controls that not only are they like hitting the mallets on this whatever board it is, they're also dragging the mallet. So there's moments where like you'll see the mallet drag, and what you'll hear is a bit of a slide in the pitch. So there's like a bit of control as well. Like if you like on my keyboard over here, for example, you won't be able to see it, but on the far left side there is this little dial that allows me to like play C and then pitch up to C sharp. I think that's a version of what they have here. I heard the term recently of a noise artist. He's shaking. It's like a big marshmallow at the end of a stick. They like look like tennis balls, Granny Smith apples with a felt surface. This reminds me a bit of Square Pusher. If any of you guys know Square Pusher, shout out to you. I don't know how to dance to this other than like to vibe to the actual downbeat. Oh, I like this. I like whatever this is. What is this? What are they playing? That's the Earth right there. That is the tectonic plate shifting. That is Vesuvius going off. I love that. I'm pretty sure if Vesuvius goes off, we're done. Trey has us all. Very harmonic minor. I've heard this kind of melodic motif in gypsy jazz. Even in like an Yngwie Malmsteen kind of song. Wow. Right back to the intro. That is absurd. Even faster this go around. Oh, the vocal fry.
What's it do? Get a check. Ain't never seen Sohum. Elected, bring you in phone. Elected, really elected. This here's a place of elegance.
Oh my god, only Phish man can do this to you. I'm being like whipped around right now. Like a rag doll.
Here's a place of elegance. Here we show something like this. Here's a place of elegance. Here we show something. Set up a mule, better watch where we go. Take the laser beam away. Set up a mule, better watch where we go. Better stop that laser gate. Set up a mule, better watch where we go. Take the laser beam away. Set up a mule, better watch where we go. Better stop that laser gate.
Wow, there was so much to that performance. I mean, I don't know where to begin with that one, to be honest, because what we had in the studio was very, very tightly bound, as we expect with the Phish studio versions of songs. By the time that Page is allowed free reign, I feel like we get an entirely different track for then the next like 7 minutes. I mean, it pretty much became like a showcase of like this new instrument in the electric xylophone. Again, please let me know what they were playing there, John and Trey, because they were doing things that I've never heard come from a physical xylophone. It was a whole lot of fun, and they can, I'm sure, adjust the effects however they'd like to. So whatever we had there probably could sound different in a separate context. You know, you can program all kinds of crazy things these days. There's very unique apps out there, actually. If you ever just like look at the app store past the basic like intro beginner music classes that they'll have on the app store, there'll be really cool, generally speaking, pro tools that you'll have to like buy, and I'm not talking Pro Tools like the DAW, but actually like tools that professionals use and are kind of pricing regular customers out of because, well, it's niche, these technologies. So the more and more that people as listeners get used to hearing these new sounds and seeing it played, I feel like that slow acclimatization will occur. And I guess it's more, it is a very gradual process in these ways. You never know what new instrument is going to take the world by storm. Really, it's all a consequence of like how technology drives, I guess, creativity. And if the new technology can't drive any creativity, well, then the creatives will go to whatever technology gives them the most freedom. I feel like with the xylophone there, I don't see as big of a difference with that instrument than I do programmed keys. So I would wonder why they wouldn't just assign that whole role to Paige or allow Trey and John to just play on the keys in a programmed fashion. There must be something specific about this instrument that I am currently underselling just due to my own ignorance here. So just put that out there. Additionally, I really love their macro level decision to return back to that bluegrass, back to that gallop. And sensibly, they would want to do that to kind of bookend the song. But I was not expecting a full return, a full-fledged return back to the place whence we came from the very beginning. Because like I said, from a cold start to run, to be at full sprint, that is a lot of effort. You need a lot of, I believe it's like fast twitch muscle fibers to be able to just like from 0 to 100 be right there. And even if you build the momentum over the course of a song and then bring yourself up back to that place, it still doesn't explain how they were able to move from a moment of complete silence, pretty much, where Mike basically like sung 2 grace notes that then led into the full band re-entry. Like it was actually 0 to 100 in that moment as well. So it's as if the momentum that they built in the middling section didn't matter in the same way because they decided once again to fully stop things just for that little bit before going even faster than what we heard at the beginning. Also special shout out to John. He was just cooking when he was going super fast on that bluegrassy style of drum playing. And shout out to Trey. I love those exotic melodies. I love the bounce that he and Mike were able to produce, because for me, bluegrass, like I have a hard time labeling some of the distinct roles that bass has in that world, because oftentimes I just kind of think of it as a simple bounce back and forth. And, you know, even in my body, that's what I feel. I feel like my left and right feet trading off the amount of weight in each of my shoes. But I don't know. I still need to like find other descriptors for bluegrass bass lines. But when Mike is playing with Trey there, you get the bounce, but then you also get the really fun melody, that like exotic melody. And I think at that same time we also hear some of that fast bluegrassy playing from Paige. Of course, too, he also tried different styles with like the classical and then some of the ragtime stuff. But yeah, another showcasing of all of the uniqueness that Phish has to offer and then some. Yeah, this is a rabbit hole that just continues to produce. Like, as much as I'd like to say that things don't throw me off course, and even when I first heard the studio of Scent of a Mule, I'm like, oh, I got this. Again, I am humbled. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you all for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you would like to request one yourself, please use the first link in the description box below. That is the best way to support my channel. But thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.